Alright guys, here's your quick little video on volume today. Alright, remember when you're finding volume, basically you're counting how many of these little cubes are inside your rectangular prism. Instead of counting them one by one, we can follow a formula like I told you earlier. Okay, so the formula that you're going to follow is on your math chart. And I'm looking at the wrong side, but here it is right here. For a rectangular prism, this is the formula you're going to follow. Volume equals length times width times height. Or if you don't have the length and the width, then you would follow volume equals base times height. For a cube, you would use volume equals side times side times side. Okay? So if we're looking at this one, then we're going to follow our formula, which is volume equals length times width times height. Okay, and here we see that our length is 6 units. Okay, so I'm going to replace the L with a 6, and then the width is 4 units, and then the height is 3 units. Okay, now what I do is take it one step at a time. 6 times 4, that's going to give us 24, and then I'm going to multiply that to 3. 24 times 3, I'm going to do a little work down here, and that gives me 72. So my volume equals 72. I'm not sure if oh, this is feet. So 72 cubic feet. Okay, that's for a rectangular prism. And like we talked about earlier, there's a different formula for cubes. On your math chart, it says to follow volume equals side times side times side for the cubes. So as you can tell, all sides are equal because it's a cube. So volume equals 7 times 7 times 7. You multiply those two and you get 49, and then you're going to multiply that to 7. So you have 49 times 7. I need to do some work. 7 times 9 is 63, and 4 times 7 is 28, and then plus 6, you have 34. So your answer is volume equals 343 cubic units. Okay, so that is your answer for the cube. Okay, then we also talked about how to find the volume of irregular shapes. Okay, so for example, let's do this one, number 6. Okay, if we have this one, we see that this is not a regular rectangular prism, so we're going to make it, okay, into a regular rectangular prism. Okay, so I think I'm going to cut it off maybe right here like that, and this will be shape A, and this will be shape B. 2 different shapes so that I can find the volume of each one. So I'm going to start with shape A. For shape A, I'm still going to follow my rectangular prism formula. So volume equals length times width times height. Okay, now to replace the letters. My length for shape A, I'm going to say that it is 6 feet. Okay, and then my width, I'm going to say is the 2 feet right there. And then the height, that would make that 4 feet. Okay, then I'm going to take it one step at a time. 6 times 2, that gives me 12. And then I multiply it to the 4, and that gives me 48 cubic feet. Okay, so I'm not done yet because I still have shape B, right? So I'm going to write that this is for shape B. Start with your formula. Volume equals length times width times height. Okay, now I'm going to replace the L. For B, we're going to say that the length is, 10. Okay, and then we're going to say that the width is 6, and then the height is 5. Okay, so now we have volume equals 60 times 5, and then if you multiply that, you get 300. So that's 300 cubic feet. Okay, now the last part of this is to add my two volumes, right, to get the total. So I'm going to do 300 plus 48, and that's going to give me 348 cubic feet. Okay, there's my total volume for shape A and shape B. Okay, all right, let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.